Salvete omnes, salvete amici, nomen mihi est Decimus Aurelius Ingeniarius. Hello everybody, welcome to the Roman Twitch channel brought to you by Nova Roma. I am Decimus Aurelius. Welcome back and welcome to episode 15 of the Republic of Rome board game broadcast. Boy, it has been a minute and a day since we played our last session, episode 14, which was quite an exciting one if I recall correctly. For the group, it was a bit of a tight wind there with some of the war cards that were out, some really annoying and high-powered wars, but the group amazingly got through with some really smart strategic thinking and some well-placed senators fighting on particular wards and doubling up. Good use of the rules, good use of the war order in terms of how we prosecute wars. So I think they've done really well, and they've now brought us into the start of turn 11 officially, and starting with the mortality phase tonight. So I'm pretty excited to continue to keep this going. They're not out of the woods. They've still got 3 war cards on the deck that they need to face. Some with heroes, enemy heroes that they've got to face off against as well. And there's an aging war in there. It's got an age 3, so it's halfway through its lifetime that they'll need to keep an eye on, just to make sure that they don't get trumped by what is, I think it's a smaller strength war, but nonetheless, something for them to think about. This will be a slightly shorter session tonight. Should be under 2 hours. We're only going to go through the top 3 phases. But otherwise, let's go ahead and get stuck into it. So what we're going to do now is transition to our usual virtual tabletop, which is Tabletop Simulator through Steam, and utilizing one of the modification workshops there, thanks to a bunch of the great guys who put that together. So if you're watching live, don't go away. We're now going to transition. We'll be right back. Okay, we are now in the live main virtual tabletop environment, looking at our senator forum. We can see all 6 senator factions there, and we should hopefully see all the senators down the bottom of the screen, which it appears that is the case. So now what I'd like to do is what we always like to do, is do a little bit of an audio check. Can I please have all my senators give us a salvete and a wave?
Salvete.
Salvete.
Yeah,
Salvete.
nice. The all-in-tune harmony of of our senators. Good thing we're not doing a sing-song or something like that. We'd probably need a bit more practice. Anyway, we're here at the start of the mortality phase. Welcome in. Now, I think the current HRAO on the map is Fabius, which is down in the green faction there. So we'll keep note of that as we move in through this particular first part of turn 11. But for now, let us go across as we normally like to do and check out our cheat sheet to always make sure we are in the correct spot that we need to. So first of all, is there any imminent wars on the board, folks? No, doesn't look like it. There's an inactive one, which ended up there through some sneaky stuff that you guys did. I think it was a governor war. Was that correct?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I think it was
it was defeated. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was defeated by a governor, so therefore it became an inactive war. So that's why that particular war is there, if I recall correctly, which is good. Otherwise, we can go back through the YouTube playlist and confirm for ourselves. Outside of that, we now need to increase the exhaustion of all the wars by 1. So if I can have a volunteer, please do that. 1 already has one, so the first Gallic will become age 4, and the others will now become age 1. So the Macedonian War, which now has an growing strength thanks to the province it captured, as well as the Philip V and the Third Punic War, which in history, Scipio Africanus would fight at the Battle of Zama eventually to wrap that war up. And we can see Hannibal's attached to that one, so there's a strength 14. Cool. So that is all our wars now advanced. And now, of course, we have to age some senators. Now, based on the modified custom mortality rules we're using this game, it is a case of drawing 2 mortality chits, which I'm going to do this time round. I haven't had much of a go, so I'm going to draw this out. So please don't hate me if your number comes up. So remember, senators, you're looking at the ID number at the top of your senator cards here, and we're drawing 2. If it has an elder token, that will mean the death of your elder senator. If it doesn't have one, it means he will age and he will grab one of these elder tokens, just to show that he is aging. So first of all, number 1 is draw 2. Oh, that's going to be handy. So 2 more to come. Next one is another draw 2. So 2 more to come.
There'll be 3 more to come, right?
30. Anybody have 30? I don't think so. I think it's a bit early for 30. And get another one, and I've got none. Now, just confirming I've pulled. Do I have to draw another one? Is that correct
Yeah,
based on the draw
yes.
too,
Yes.
right? So pull another out. Where is it? Here we go. 12. Oh, that's a bit low. That's
me.
dangerously low. Who's got 12?
That would be my lovely brand new senator that I got.
Achilles. Was he an elder, or does he just get that now?
No, he just got that now.
Oh, he just got the elder now. Okay. All right. So Achilles is aging quickly, but otherwise no deaths. So that's good. So we can drop all those back inside the mortality bag. Very good. All right, and that's going to wrap up our mortality phase.
One more to draw because we
One
have
more?
the 2 draw.
Because we've got an extra draw too.
So
Does everybody agree?
Yep.
Based on the count? I've pulled it out anyway. 26. I think it's a bit early anyway. I think we're safe.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're safe.
So those higher numbers come out in the third Late Republic part of the deck, which is the red bordered cards, which we haven't seen any of those yet. Okay, we're now going to go into turn 11. I know it says turn 1, but that's as far as our sheet goes. So we're back to the beginning. So turn 11, revenue phase. If somebody wants to pop open the revenue calculator for us, and we'll slowly start stepping through the revenue calculator. So here it comes. Perfect. And I guess, of course, I'll have somebody do the state as well. Make sure that's done. So for those that haven't, for some reason, have decided to start watching this series at episode 15, we're using a tool which comes as a part of this little tabletop simulator mod pack. It's some really, really smart stuff here. Oh, hang on, we're going to tick the bonus rules here. Let me do that for those. Cool, you can click what you need to now. And this just helps with some rapid calculation for each of the factions. So each of the senators now are going through, noting how many senators they've got, how many knights in total they've got, whether they've got a leader assigned, which they will all do in this case, and then also note of annotating which concessions they've got as well, and whether they're taking a graft as appropriate. And then, of course, those who have got provinces, so don't forget about your governors, ladies and gentlemen, those who've got provinces are also annotating that respectively as well. That's cool. I'm looking forward to the, because we opened up Kikia et Cyprus, or Cyprus, Cyprus province in the last session, so it'll be great to have that allocated this time around. At the moment, we've got the 3 active wars. I'm going to put those on the deck. Now, what's our current drought level? I'm going to start looking at that for people. I don't think we've got any. Although, does an inactive war card drought count?
I believe so. I believe
we
made that
did
ruling in the
agree
past.
on it. Does.
Yeah, I
And
think we
It is
in-
on the board.
An active draw counts, yeah.
Yeah, sounds like we're all in agreement there. Very good. So we're going to get 1 drought and no evil omens, which is good. Now, I think we've still got a type 2 land bill. Yeah, we do.
We do.
I think somebody's already done the legions and fleets. Good. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, great.
How do I know if a province is improved again? Is it the green?
So the calculator will tell you. So as you scroll down on the next screen when we get there, it'll tell you whether the province is improved.
Green means improved, yes.
Yeah. Green.
And you obviously will improve your odds by not taking spoils from your province. So if you take spoils, it'll be essentially harder or a little bit more difficult to get it to improve. And note, if you do take spoils, you have to put the a bit of a corruption marker on your governor out there, just so we remind ourselves that whether he doesn't take spoils or not in the next couple of rounds, he'll have that governorship to come back with back to Rome. And normally, I guess we see if you're going to take 1 spoils, you might as well take them all for the whole length of your term. Might as well get your money's worth. All right, so I think the state is good. I'm going to tick the state box. It looks like everybody else is ready, but let's just make sure the provinces are accounted for. Let's scroll up here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 provinces, noting a 5th one was captured. So I can see 4 colours out there, 2 of which are owned by Tiberius Cornelius. 1 is owned by Mark Goedia, and the other one is owned by Quintus Octavius. And we can see a couple of concessions out there. Everybody is definitely confident they've got the concessions, and I can see that nobody's taking any graphs at this point. which is good. Otherwise, I think we're ready to go. So I'm going to hit the generate revenue button now, and that's going to pop open the totals for everybody. So I want everybody to very carefully read each of their sections. All right, and I'm going to have a look through as well. And I want all the governors to update their term markers during this point as well. Looking through here. Oh, wow. Your province was improved. I can see there. Tiberius Cornelius.
Hispania Ulterior, yes.
Hispania Ulterior has been improved. So you'll get 3 influence for that governor as a result of that. So you'll be able to flip the card over. Great work. Well done. Let's see your other ones. No other governorships got an increase there. The state's not in a great way. It's going to lose 7 talents. We'll update that in just a moment. Appius Rufius, in fact, if you're finished, if you want to deduct that 7 from the treasury, thank you. Okay, checking out the incomes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Treasury done.
Thank you for doing the treasury. Well done. So we can tick the state box there. Let's see who came out really well here. Marta Guedia came through 21 talents that she gets to redistribute amongst her faction and
How
state
do
treasury.
I do for my Sicilia province? Do I have to update the?
Are you looking to update the term dial?
Yeah.
So if you right-click on your term dial and then
Yep.
select number 3 from the state. See the little term token that's sitting on your governorship card there?
Yep.
Yep. Right-click on that
Yep.
and then select state number 3.
Just while I'm looking at it, we had a veteran legion out at Sicilia.
Yeah, does that just happen to be on the wrong card? Should that be back on the senator back in Rome?
Oh, yeah, we wouldn't have counted that one then, so...
Does Veteran Legion 22 exist at the moment?
That would have been that one legion we sent out to shore up the defense.
22. I've got none in the holding cell. Is this one of the legions that perished?
No. That would be the legion we sent to support it to allow it to gain the extra things so it could defeat and put that war into the
I'm going to follow there from, is it Te Flirtatious? Salve, amice. Welcome in.
I can't figure out the thing. Even when I right-click it, I'm like, I must be doing it
I
wrong.
think you're clicking on the wrong token. The one that says term 2 of 3.
Oh, down there. Sorry. Yeah,
that's it.
So sorry. Yeah. I was like,
there you go.
Where's
Right-click
the
and select. There you go. You've got it now.
Yep. Wrong one.
All right. So just a reminder for all the players that you get to redistribute your talents between your private factional treasury as well as all your individual senators. So make sure you're updating your little yellow tokens accordingly there. We are having a marvellous day here today. Thank you very much, there, Flirtatious Friend. Where are you from, Flirtatious Friend? Where are you watching us from? All right. Coming to the end, when you are ready, players, make sure you tick your box at the bottom of your calculator to show that you are finished. Don't
But
forget.
where's the legion? Where's legion number 22 then?
Yeah, let's come back to that. So, sounds like Marcus Decimus. Can you explain again where you think Legion 22 went?
Well, it didn't go anywhere. It's currently just sitting at Sicily. That was the full legitimate legion that was sent to the province to reinforce it for the war.
Oh, I see. It's a Legion token. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yes.
Sorry, I think we all thought it was a Legion Allegiance marker.
Yep.
No.
I've just subtracted the extra 2 from
Aha.
the treasury because we would have forgot that.
Yeah.
So we need to subtract another hit from the treasury if we can, please. Yeah, you can do it, Quintus Octavius. Good job.
Yep, it's been done. Yep.
Yep.
Well done. That's a good pickup. So we're not cheating the game out of the system.
And
Flirtatious Friend is from Britannia.
Ah.
And
did that token return to our active forces box? Where?
It would have to be recalled, I believe.
No, it'll stay there until recalled. That's correct.
Okay.
Yep. Because it's a garrison legion, if I'm not mistaken.
You're correct, indeed.
Very good. All right. I think everybody's about ready except
Sorry.
for Marcawedia. We'll just
Sorry.
wait for Marcawedia. And Marcawedia, see you've got the pen icon. You may want to select the hand icon as
the
well for
hands,
yourself.
yep.
There you go. That'll make things a bit easier. So I'll just give
Yep.
Marcawedia just a moment longer just to update
Sorry.
her talents for
The pen is
21.
mightier
I
than
mean,
the
there's a
hand.
few that she had to haul away. All right. Nearly there. Good. Perfect. And then tick your box when you're finished. Everybody else seems to be happy.
Yep.
And cool. All right, we can
Cool.
go ahead and close that box now. All right. Fantastic. Now we'll take the next part a little bit slowly. I can see there's an ad break coming up in 22 seconds. So for our non-subscribers, we'll slow down a bit so you won't miss anything in the next 15 seconds when the ad break hits. Thank you very much for your support and watching those ads. It's contributing to the global education for Roman stuff right across the world through Nova Roma, which is awesome stuff. All right, so while we're doing that, we'll look at our cheat sheet and make sure we're doing everything that we need to do from a revenue phase perspective. And cool, the ads going in the background, so our subscribers won't have to see that, of course. Rebels, we don't have any, which is great. The personal revenue is all calculated by the calculator, and the redistribution was done by our senators as well. We saw some province development this time, so we saw Hispania Ulterior get upgraded, which is really awesome. And did you get 3 influence of your governor there, Tiberius Cornelius?
Yes, I did.
Good, thank you. I just want to make sure you don't miss out on your influence. The state got its base 100, and then through contributions from the provinces as well, they've all come through. Debts were paid, and we got that Garrison Legion as well that we nearly forgot about. And then we're going to talk about local forces in just a minute for our governors. But before we do that, let's just double check to see if anybody would like to contribute to the state treasury, which is starting to look a little bit sore. So let's start with our highest ranking available official in Quintus Octavius. Quintus Octavius, would you like to donate to the state treasury today?
I will be donating 10 talents from Fabius.
Oh, okay. Fabius is going to donate 10 talents to the treasury today. And as we can see here from our state revenue, 10 talents will get that senator 1 influence. And we'll go to the treasury now, 94. So now at 94 in the state treasury. So thanks to Fabius for upgrading the treasury there, which is really good. Brilliant. Let's now go around to Appius Rufius. Anybody donating to the state treasury today?
No, we are poor here at this
We are
stage.
poor here. Fair enough. Look, it can be tough at times with today's cost of living crisis. So that's understandable. Tiberius Cornelius, anybody donating to the state treasury today?
Yes, Calpurnius will donate 10.
Calpurnius is donating 10. That's good for 1 influence. And we're going to go from 94 to 104 in the state treasury. If somebody would like to do that, that will be ideal. Quintus Octavius is there as always. Well done. Marcawedia, anybody donating to the state treasury today?
Yes, Papirius.
Papirius is now going to be donating how many?
I was thinking of donating more, but then
All
I was
right,
like,
what would you like to
too much
donate?
in one go. I was going to donate the 25 and then
Full 25, 3
Yeah.
influence. That's a bit tasty. Well done. So the full 25 will disappear from Papirius's saculus or his money purse. And that will go into the state treasury. I think somebody's already updated that. Very good. And he'll increase his influence by 3. Marvelous. And with that done, we'll go across to Marcus Decimus. Any from you today, good sir?
None today, thank you.
None today, thank you. And now, Numerus Aurelius, any contributions to the state treasury today?
No, thank you.
All right. We are now done for state contributions. And now what we're just going to go do now is have a look at local forces. So let's go up here. First of all, let's look at Hispania Ulterior. And we can see from local taxes, that will give you 20, which is good for 2 units. Unless you, of course, add to your own. So I'm assuming you're going to spend those 2 units there, Tiberius Cornelius, on land units?
Yes, please, 2 legions.
Yeah, very good. I can grab you 2 up that way. There's 1, and you've got the other, I think. You can grab the other. Good. We're building a collection there. Did I get you a second? Not yet. Here we go. There's a
I
second.
got it already.
Oh, you did? All right, perfect. All right, let's go Hispania Quiterior. Who owns that one?
That would be me. I've
Ah,
removed
cool.
my
I'm gonna
thing
grab
because
one of
all I'm
your,
doing is spending my tokens, and I am leaving once I'm done.
There we go. All right, so yes, your state taxes were 10, and it was 1 unit that you've spent there. Very good. Okay, Corsica et Sardinia. Let's have a look here. That's good for 10, 1 unit. It can get a max of 1 unit, so we can't spend any more there unless you buy navies. So for you, Tiberius Cornelius, you going to buy any navies today with that?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so there's one fleet coming out your way. You've got that. Perfect. All right, so now the navy starts building. Now, I think as we come down to Sicilia here, I think we're at max units across the board. Is that correct?
We are.
We are at max units across the board. So we've got a full force there that we can't build upon any further at this point in time. So those taxes are blown to the wind. All gone. All right. So if we go back ahead and look at our cheat sheet, we can start to see that we've wrapped all up. All the governors, just a reminder, you've advanced all your term dials by 1. And I think we are now great to advance ourselves to the third and final phase today. Which
Cornelius, Scipio Africanus has exhausted his term, so it's back to 1. Should he come home now? Or?
Yes, shouldn't our governors come home?
Yes, if you have exhausted your term dials, yes, they will need to return to Rome.
Thank you.
And then the little province tokens. Oh, no, that's going to stay there. I don't want to bring that one home prematurely. The province cards will go to the forum, so we'll bring that down here. So there'll be a second province to deal with. Put that on term 1. Great.
Welcome home.
Welcome home. And Sicilia needs to come home as well, does it? Yep, so we'll bring Sicilia home. Great.
Thank you.
State 1.
Thank you.
Oh, and Hispanic Interior. So there's only one governor that's staying out there. Cool. All right. Wow. Busy. We're going to bring that home. All right. And we're going to return that governor. Return that governor. Okay. Good pickup, governors. Well done. Excellent effort. I like it when people are paying attention. Okay. Now that will bring us through to our third and final phase today for today's shorter game. Into the forum phase. So as we can tell when we look at our cheat sheet over here, which is a summary of the rules for those that haven't watched this much before, we are now going to step through the initiative steps. But we can see there it says talking about event cards. Now, a reminder that we do have an event card, but it's going to sit there for a while. And just a reminder as we read this through, this is called the Pergamene Bequest. So the state will gain 50 talents in the revenue phase if in the prior Senate phase, the field consul with 3 legions and 3 fleets are sent to retrieve it. A rebel consul may keep a bequest as well, and it will create the province of Asia at the start of the next forum phase if collected. So this is going to sit there. So in this Senate phase, if you have the resources, you may wish to send your field consul to go collect this and generate another province. But you've got a couple of wars to deal with out there. So I don't know. We'll see what you guys want to do when you get to that point. But nonetheless, let us now go through the forum phase as we like to do. What we're hoping for is minimal to no war cards today, please, just to keep things going nicely. So, when you're ready, 2d6, please. Quintus Octavius, who will lead us off tonight. Looking for anything but a 7 or maybe a 7. 5, we've got a 6. You're going to draw a card. Take one to your hand. Red text you'll keep. Black text will come back out to us. Here we go. He's picked that up.
I keep it.
Great. That's probably a good start. So he's retrieved a red faction card into his hand. Now we're going to step through the remainder of the initiative step for him. So first of all, would you like to make a persuasion attempt today?
I will not.
No persuasion attempt today. And then we talk about a knight. Who would like to roll for a knight today?
Fabius will like to give it a shot.
Fabius is going to give it a shot. Any money to ease up that or make it more possible?
He thinks he's lucky enough.
Okay, it's a raw roll. You're looking for a 6.
Oh.
Not going to get it today. Unfortunate, but hey, you can't win them all. Sponsoring games. Anybody going to sponsor any games today?
Not enough money.
And change a faction leader at all?
No, there will not be.
No change of faction leader. So that will now wrap up your turn. So now let's go across to Appius Rufius. Appius Rufius, when you're ready, 2d6. We're looking for a 7 or not. That'll determine an event card. 2 dice have been rolled. We're going to get 8. All right, so that's a card for you. Red text you'll keep. Black text will come back out to us. We're hoping for a faction card because we don't want to see any war cards.
Indeed, it is a faction card.
Oh, that's great. Well done. Good rolling then. All right. Any persuasion attempts from you today?
No persuasion from me.
And what?
But-
Let's go ahead and roll that night dice.
Yeah, I will ask for Tuna. Maybe she will smile upon me.
Yes. Ooh, that
Not
was
today.
slightly better than the last one, but not today. I'm going to assume you're not going to sponsor any games today either, and I'm also
Yes,
going to
sir.
make the assumption that you're not going to change your faction leader.
Correct, sir.
Oh, look at me! I'm getting so good at predicting the plays. All right, Tiberius Cornelius. It is now your turn in the forum phase. Let's go ahead and roll 2d6. We're looking for a magic 7 or not. Maybe a 7 may be good to balance the forum cards. We're not going to get that. We're going to get a 4. You're going to draw a card. A red text you'll keep. Black forum card will come back out to us. All right. Here we go. Waiting. The silence is deafening.
Sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, I'll keep it.
Oh, good. You had us on edge there. Any persuasion attempt from you today?
No.
And who's going to roll for a night?
Julius, old mate Julius.
Old mate Julius is going to roll for a night. Any money for the cause?
Yeah, I'll put 3 towards it.
3 towards it. So you're looking for a 6, a 5, a 4, or a 3 today. So just don't roll a 1 or a 2. Yeah, he's going to get a night. So you're going to bump that up by 1. You've deducted his money. Very good. Anybody sponsoring any games today?
Yeah, same guy. We'll do a slice and dice.
Julius is going to do a slice and dice, which costs 7 talents, which will empty him the purse to 0. That will give him another popularity, which is very nice, and that will reduce that unrest level by 1, which I think has already been done there. So thank you, Marcus Decamus. Has been done, and he's got his extra popularity. So Julius is doing well. And I think any change of faction leader for you, Tiberius Cornelius?
No, thank you.
No change of faction leader, so that will wrap up your turn. Hello there, Mark Gawedia. Welcome to the forum phase. It is now your turn to roll 2d6.
Perfect.
There we go. Great 2d6 roll. 4, 5, 6, 7. We are now going to see an event card. Maybe that's probably a good
No.
calling. I'm now going to change my view to
Oh,
the events table, and we are looking at the second column because we're in the middle republic at the moment. So we're looking for a number between 3 and 18 on a 3d6. 3 dice. When you're ready, Mark Gawedia, and let's have a look.
Did the third one not come out?
One more die, please. So we've got 6 so far. 7, 8. Total for 8. We've got internal disorder today. Somebody wants to pull out the internal disorder event card for me. And
Sounds like
throw
a health
that,
condition.
Throw that in the middle. The internal disorder. Somebody's doing a search. Very good. Internal disorder is the one we're looking for. Here we go.
I can assure you, it's a bad one.
Oh, thank you. Just waiting for that to load and come out. Here it is. This is popping out here. Great. I'll see it there. I'm going to bring it across to the center here. And I'm going to bring this up on the big screen for everybody at home to read. And I'm going to read this out for everybody's benefit. Otherwise, players can read the card on the deck as it stands. And it says, all undeveloped provinces have no revenue in the next revenue phase. All right, so that's hit number 1. And may not make an improvement attempt. Okay. The governor of every undeveloped province must make an order roll of 1d6 plus 1 per garrison legion at the start of the revenue phase to prevent a revolt. So a result of greater than 4, i.e. a 5 or a 6, is required to avoid the revolt. A successful revolt kills the governor and his garrison and moves the province card to the forum as an active war. Oh boy. A province in revolt like this should be considered a war card in all respects, with its strengths being equal to the province's printed base land and fleet strength. Wow, that's you weren't wrong, Appius Rufus.
That's a lot.
Doozy, that one.
So what I'm reading here, folks, is that you're going to want to put some garrison legions in your upcoming roll. So just consider that for your provinces. Garrison legions will be your friend coming up. All right. Interesting event. But let's nonetheless finish off Marco Wedia's turn here. Any persuasion attempts from you today?
Not today.
Anybody sponsoring any games?
Not today.
And finally, any change of faction leader? I haven't
no,
asked about a knight. That will be my next question for you.
No, I was thinking of doing what Cornelius did and putting like 3 down.
Yeah, sure. For Platius?
Yep.
Great. So just don't roll a 1 or a 2. Go ahead and roll a 1d6.
Let's hope that comes
Not a
to
1
fruition.
or a 2. Yay! You
Yay.
get one. So
That
you'll
was
get
a
his
good option.
second knight. So that was worth the
Yep.
investment in money. Well
Yep.
done. 3 seems to be the magic number today.
Yep.
Good. And yeah, sorry, just double checking. Any change of faction leader for you?
No, not today.
Great. All right. So that'll include Marco Wedia's turn. So far, no new wars have been drawn, and I'm touching wood now as I say that. As we move across to Marcus Decimus, and he's like, "Hope I don't wreck the trend so far." Marcus Decimus, when you're ready, 2d6.
I think I've notoriously drawn war cards, to be perfectly honest.
5, 6. You
gonna
are
say
going to
it's
be drawing a
usually
card
me.
from the deck. Red text you keep. Black text will come back into us. Good luck.
Goes out to the forum, but not a war.
Oh, okay, good. Whew. All right, so we're now going to see, Cassius. Senator number
Ooh.
24, loyalty 9, oratory 3, military 3. Yeah, all-round good guy, I suppose. Middle Republic Senator. Okay, Cassius has joined the forum. I'll ask the pertinent question now. Persuasion attempt from you today, sir?
Yes, I think I will attempt to make a persuasion attempt.
Feel free to
Why
bring
not?
up the persuasion calculator, and that will make
Sure.
our lives a little bit easier. Great.
So,
Who's going to do the influencing today? Oh, the persuading. I'm assuming it's going to be Aurelius, number
Correct.
14, with his influence of 19 on the deck. So let's go ahead and put in the persuader's details there. Oratory of 4. And we'll talk about bribes in just a moment. The persuadee up here has a loyalty of 9. He's currently unaligned and has 0 on the books at the moment. So right now, you just need to roll less. So rolls of 10, 11, or 12 are automatic failures. So you're looking for
Yep.
9 or less at the moment. But do you want to sweeten the pot any more? Are you predicting anybody to want to counter bribe you at this stage?
not at this stage. I'll let it go through a rotation.
All right, let's quickly whip around the board. Nemurius Aurelius, any counter bribes from you from your faction treasury?
Sorry, which senator was it of the 2?
It's if you look
Cassius.
up in the forum, it's Cassius.
Cassius. No counter bribes.
Quintus Octavius, any counter bribes from your faction treasury?
No, not today.
Appius Rufius, counter bribes from your faction treasury.
No.
Tiberius Cornelius, faction treasury counter bribes.
No.
No. Mark Garwedia, any counter bribes from your faction treasury?
Not today.
Not today. Looks like it's going to be a free run. Go ahead and roll those 2d6. 9 or less is what you're looking for.
Oh,
Great.
just.
Gets it. Welcome, Cassius, to the family. The first young bloke in a while.
Yeah.
Anybody sponsoring any games today?
Not today.
Night roll. Let's talk night roll.
Yes. Of Linus, and I'll do a 4 for the.
Yeah,
the roll.
great. 4, so just don't roll a 1. Is that right?
Bugger.
Oh, boy. And finally, any change of faction leader for you?
No, thank you.
No, thank you. All right, to wrap us up, Nemurius Aurelius, 2d6 when you are ready.
Yep.
7 or not is what we're looking for. 2 dice are coming out. 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to draw a card. Red text you'll keep. Black text will come back out to us.
Cool.
Using the shortcut. Perfect.
Is it? Black
Okay.
text, unfortunately.
Oh, he says unfortunate.
Oh, yeah. Very unfortunate. by the
Oh,
looks of it.
okay. I see him looking up the active wars box. That can't be good. Okay, cool. All right. So what we're seeing here is the third Macedonian War. So this is going to be an imminent war for the time being because it is a matching war. So this will come out in the next round, but nonetheless we can see it's coming. So we can drag that into the imminent wars box. Very good. But right, so we didn't get away scot-free there. We have a war card coming out, and that's that will be a challenge in the coming round if that Macedonian war is not knocked off. So, yeah, certainly something for us to think about there. But okay, yeah, cool. All right, let's go finish off the initiative turn for Numerous Aurelius. Any persuasion attempts from you today?
No, thank you.
No, thank you. Let's talk about knights. Who would like to have a go for a knight today?
Just give me 1 second. I guess Kato Shell. I guess you'll spend 3 talents for that one.
Spending 3 talents. All right, don't roll a 1 or a 2. Yeah, cool. He's going to get it. Great. New knight for him. Brilliant. That'll take him to 4. Anybody sponsoring any games today?
Yes, Junius will sponsor
He's got
the lowest one, whatever the 7 talents is.
Slice and Dice, cost of 7 for that one, which will gain him 1 popularity and bring our unrest to 0, which is quite nice.
The population is appeased.
Yeah.
For now.
Bread and circuses for all. That's all it takes, right?
Well, if they're
Good,
so happy,
and,
let's get rid of the internal unrest.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and-
for the the undeveloped provinces, not
Yeah.
not the imperial core. It's all
Yeah,
right.
correct.
They're not appeased, they're appeased off.
Any change of faction leader for you, Numerous Aurelius?
Yeah, I guess I'll swap it down to Junius.
Junius is going to take that on now as the more important fellow.
Yeah, he's pretty popular, that guy.
Very good. All right. And that will wrap up your turn. So now let's start to wrap up the rest of the forum phase. We're punching along really well here, folks. So as you can see up here, we now want to put Rome in order. So as per usual, everybody holding a major office, which is a purple token, grab yourself a major corruption marker. Grab yourself a major corruption marker. And, of course, those return governors if you were corrupted. I don't think there was any, but just make sure you've retained your corruption marker.
There was 1.
There was 1. So who was that governor?
I believe it was one of Tiberius Cornelius's. I believe he
Has
got
everybody
spoils in
removed their
one of them.
away from Rome markers for those that have returned? There should only be 1 away from Rome marker on the board now. There we go.
Does a proconsul get in a major corruption marker?
Is he still proconsuling out there?
He
No,
fought one
that
of
should
the
probably be
wars.
off his card now. He returned, so
yeah,
that
it'll
shouldn't
be a
exist on his card. Yep, we can take that away.
So yeah,
Yeah,
so it
but
would
he
be a
should
major
he should
marker.
hold he should hold a major corruption.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to do a quick flick around the board, make sure everybody's got a corruption marker. So the Dictator's got 1, Pontifex Maximus has got 1, Master of Horse has got 1, the Censor has got 1, the Field Consul has got 1. We're looking good, and a couple other random corruptions there. And everybody's corrupt portion on the concessions should be revealed as well, just to re-highlight that, yes, indeed, there is minor corruption available to be prosecuted at those points. Okay, looking good. From here, we don't have the Second Punic War or the Gladiator Slave Revolt active. Can somebody confirm? I think that's true. Yep, we've got the Third Punic War. That's right. And now we get to see if we can revive or kill off in the Curia. So let's go to the Curia. And let's start with concessions. We've got a couple of concessions here. So, Dictator, 1d6, you're looking for a 5 or 6, starting with concessions today. No for that first one.
don't
Let's
think
see
today's
about
my lucky
Sicilian
day at the
Grain.
moment.
Another 1d6. Nope. All right, so no concessions coming back out. Let's check. Let's see if we'll get Furious when you're ready. No. Let's look for Claudius.
I think I should have someone substitute role for me at this
Hey!
point.
Claudius is in. All right, so we get 1. That's not too bad. At least we get something out of that run. And then finally, I'd like everybody to update their faction vote tallies, please. Faction vote tally updates. So we're looking for Oratory plus Knights, Oratory plus Knights, updating your faction vote tallies. All right. And then we'll have a bit of a check. So Oratory plus Knights will be your total faction votes moving in to the eventual next Senate phase when we get there. I think we might punch through the population phase, folks. We're doing really well on time. All right, so let's have a look around the board. I think everybody's starting to finish the calculations. So at the top end of the field, we've got Marcus Decimus and Tiberius Cornelius with some pretty high votes there. I think Marcus Decimus has 20 votes for his faction. Tiberius Cornelius sitting at 18 votes. Oh, Mark Wedia sitting at 22 votes there. And then rounding down, we've got Numerus Aurelius at 17 faction votes, Quintus Octavius at 7, and then Appius at Rufius with a strong tail end Charlie of 2 faction votes there. I'm going to have to update, I think, the frequency of the ads. We're about to get another ad in the next 15 seconds for all of our non-subscribers. Thanks for sticking around to watch those if you are. And we'll be right back very shortly in the next, after the ads play in the next 7 seconds. But maybe you can avoid those by subscribing or throwing in your free Prime sub into the channel and supporting Nova Roma and Roman education around the world. All right, so that will start to wrap up our forum phase now. Any commentary from the senators or our dictator about anything we've missed or any questions so far? Sounds like we're pretty good. As I said, I think we can do the population phase because we are so well ahead of time. And if players come from, I don't know. Well, I don't want to move into the Senate phase because I've seen what happens in the election of some consoles. So we won't enter in the Senate phase tonight because that will take another hour out of our night for sure. So let's do Turn 11's population phase. I think that's easy enough to do for us. So coming across to our cheat sheet, we can see the population phase notes here. And the unrest level is going to be updated. So we're going to probably update the unrest level to 4, I think. So it's 1 for each drought plus unprosecuted wars. So we've got 3 unprosecuted wars plus 1 drought in the inactive wars box over there. So I think we're looking at an unrest level of 4. Thank you for updating that. That is now updated. So we're going to see a detriment of 4 when it comes to the State of the Republic address, which is now going to occur in just a moment's time, which will be a 3d6 plus the HRAO's popularity. And we can see that the dictator here has a popularity of 8, which is really good. So if we subtract the unrest level of 4 from that, it will be a plus 4 to the 3d6 roll that occurs as a part of the State of the Republic address. Does everybody agree with me on that one?
Agreed.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So at this point in time, let us hand over to the good dictator to give his State of the Republic address, and then we'll do the roll, and that will probably wrap up our night. So over to you, dictator. What have you got to say? Welcome, the dictator, everybody.
Woo, dictators!
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah. So first of all, I'm going to turn this into an authoritarian place. No. So basically, we've been through rough past couple of years. We've managed to help, successfully and somewhat your eldest son. I don't know about that. Maybe we'll see. But we've managed to successfully mitigate at least the threats that we have that could promise an end to our glorious empire and republic. We have some more future threats that we can possibly take care of before they become a major issue in the near future, as well as some disdain upon our outlying reaches that we control, which we should hopefully be able to manage without an issue. So hopefully to a more prosperous year now that we don't have too much stress on our hands, and long live Rome.
Glory to Rome.
Bravo.
Yeah. Roma invicta. Bene dictator. All right. Great speeches. I tell you what, I'm feeling motivated about life. In fact, I might go iron some clothes after this stream because I'm just so energized from that. Amazing. All right. As I stated before, the State of the Republic address speech is a 3d6 roll. We're going to add +4 to that, which takes into account our unrest plus the popularity of our highest ranking available official. So Quintus Octavius, when you're ready, 3d6, and we're going to add 4 to that. Here we go. All right, 3d6 is rolled. So 11 plus 4, 12,
15.
13, 14, 15.
change.
No change. That's
Take
good.
that.
We'll take it. We will take it. We'll have to do some more about that unrest level in the future, but hopefully if you win some wars, that'll knock that down, plus more bread and circuses in the next round. I think we'll be doing all right. A no change result is really good. And then, as we know, normally at the processing of the results of the population phase, that would move us into the Senate phase, and technically we are there now. But what we're going to do now is wrap up our session for tonight. We're going to take it simple tonight, warm ourselves back into it after having a break for a little while there. But I think that's a nice place to leave. So when we present again, hopefully next week, we can then move into that Senate phase. So that will give a moment for people to think about consular appointments and future dictator appointments. So have a look at the board as it stands now. Have a think about the potential consuls, but I guess also potentially the dictator master of horse appointment, which we will get again potentially. The Senate and all the consuls may decide we don't need one, but it might help to have some options.
Let's not make me do
Will you
50,
pursue the bequest
proposals.
that's out there? What was that, dictator? Was that a comment from
I
the
said,
dictator?
let's not make me do 50 proposals again.
Yeah,
Just for
that's right. All the reason
Yeah.
I'm nervous about starting that
because
now. 'cause,
every time I make one proposal, I have to get denied.
Yeah, that's right. So otherwise, we're going to wrap
always
up the
great
session
fun.
for tonight.
There
Welcome
could be
back
Tribune
to
cards as well.
Fantastic.
You can't tribune me.
Oh, okay.
All right, good work, folks. So thanks to all of our senators for coming back again tonight. It's great to see everybody's smiling faces, and great to have everybody live who is watching as well, or if you're watching this in the future on our YouTube channel. It's been great to come back again here at the end of session 15 for us, and we'll move into session 16 hopefully next week. But for now, we're going to transition back. I'll do a bit of end of session recap like I would normally like to do. And otherwise, we'll say goodbye to our senators at this point in the background. So, senators, please give me a walete. And we'll say
Walete.
goodbye to you.
Walete.
Walete. If you're watching live, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
There you go.
All right. Here we are at the end of session 15. Bit of a shorter one tonight just to get ourselves back in the motion of things. And particularly at the end of session 14, which was quite hectic. It's probably nice to take it easy every now and then. Nothing major going on so far. Essentially, what they were looking for is to reduce the amount of war cards that they were drawing through the forum phase there. And for the most part, they achieved that, except for the Third Macedonian War, which has come out now, sitting in the imminent war space there. It is a strength of 8. It's worth 35 talents. That's pretty healthy when that eventually comes out. That'll attack, of course, both Illyricum and Macedonia, but they've already lost Illyricum as a province from, ironically enough, the other Macedonian war sitting out there at the moment, the 4th. So I imagine they'll probably want to prosecute that war, and it's got a pretty decent strength, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 strength. That's pretty tough. I suspect that they'll want to bring a dictator master of horse combination out to fight that, and then they may choose to prosecute one other war. I'm wondering if the senators will pursue the Pergamene bequest. Not only will that give them 50 talents in the following revenue phase, it'll also give them another province, Asia, which is potentially some more income there. So I'll be excited to see what their decision making is for that one. Other side of that, the board is looking pretty busy, so there'll be lots to talk about in the coming Senate phase. There's Claudius out there, although he'll come about to a faction later on. The internal disorder needs some thinking about. That's a pretty easy one, I think. They'll just need to assign some garrison legions. But again, there's another commitment for their legions. So not only have they got the war cards to consider, they've got to then try to make sure they've got the resources to push out garrison legions to up their chances to stop some revolts at some of the provinces. And when you have a look, out of all the provinces that they have, 3 of those are undeveloped, which are at risk of revolt. So that's at least 3 garrison legions they can put out there. There we go. We've just seen a unknown. Who's that put through? Well done. Thank you very much for the subscription there. Much appreciated. Brilliant to have your support and on board. Gratias Tibiago from Nova Roma and all those who appreciate things Roman. So thank you very much for that. That is perhaps our bequest for the evening with that Prime. Was that a Prime sub? Anyways, it's still very much welcome. Thank you so much. So hopefully we can avoid the revolts coming up very shortly with those provinces with a couple of garrison legions. Outside of that, we're ticking along. Players are still very happy. And as you know, look, we sort of like to role play this game a little bit as well. A little bit of a different style compared to some of the other more experienced players out there in the world that play this quite regularly. Our games tend to be a little bit slower as we really get into the story of what is our Roman simulation here in the Roman Republican era. And I guess we're in the Middle Republic based on the card deck at the moment. For those that don't know or have forgotten if you've been watching the start of the series, so we're playing the extended campaign, which is early, middle, and late Republic deck. And there's an optional, or I guess the additional, what we call the Civil War deck, which has been a custom deck that's been generated there, which is also in there as well. So it gives us a really extended storyline to play, assuming the players can tick along, Rome stays alive, somebody doesn't claim console for life, which at the moment players are pretty happy that exists, but they're not too hard, they're not pressing it. But who knows, somebody might change their mind. I mean, look, we've already seen a rebel attempt not too long ago. I think it was Appius Rufius's faction who sought to rebel against the Republic, and it looked pretty touch and go there for a while, but Rome prevailed, and subsequently that left Appius Rufius with a lone Quintius in his faction to continue on. Will he rebel again in the future? We're not sure, but that was a very fun addition to our Nova Roma game here online. Otherwise, look, I think that will wrap us up for tonight. Thank you very much for everybody for joining, who's followed, who's subbed. It's always great to have our Roman community together here on the Roman Twitch channel, brought to you by Nova Roma. I am Decimus Aurelius, streaming from Provincia, Australia. It's been a blast, and thank you for joining us from wherever you're around the world. And look, hopefully we'll see you all next week at the same time, starting with the Senate session in session 16. It's been awesome. Volete.